War is an exclusion under most cyber insurance policies with multiple exclusion endorsements. Considering the current global conflicts, how we can ensure that our clients have the best coverage to protect themselves from the threats?
So we live in a world where there is constant geopolitical tension amongst the countries, and with good examples of the Russia-Ukraine conflict and then the Middle Eastern conflicts, insurers have come to realize that the cyber warfare could very well be part of these conflicts in order to, for which could be used by one nation to bring down the infrastructure of the other nation, resulting in significant systemic losses for the insurers. And it is with this impact in mind that the insurers have started developing war-related exclusions. So if there is a loss associated with or directly emerging from war or war-like situation between two countries, insurers would want to stay away from the losses that could be accumulating and then debilitating for such insurers. And from that perspective, and it is with that perspective that insurers have developed cyber war exclusions in recent times. But again, people like us, and again, we've been coordinating with the insurers in order to bring more clarifications in these endorsements, in these exclusion wordings, in order to bring more carve-backs. Like, for example, earlier the exclusions used to be very affirmative and broad. But again, we've brought in carve-backs related to how an attribution of a cyber warfare would be done. It cannot depend on a unilateral declaration by a country, but the attribution would have to be based on a lot of other credible sources. There are carve-backs around coverage for facilities of insureds which are outside the impacted zone of the conflict. But there could be still spillover effects where the operation which is outside of the conflict zone could still be impacted. But again, we have developed wordings where the losses associated with this particular facility of the insured, which is outside the conflict zone, is still covered. So there are clarificatory wordings which are developing from time to time. We are engaging with insurers in order to bring in more clarity for our insureds. Even in India, insurers have been using an earlier version of the warfare exclusion, which is very broad and affirmative. But again, we've been pushing in recent times all the insurers to bring in more clarificatory wordings, the carve-backs that I just spoke about. Yeah. And that's a work in progress, and we are seeing good level of confidence coming in from the reinsurance fraternity, which is supporting the Indian insurers as well, because again, they are seeing similar endorsements being issued abroad, especially the Gallagher recommended wordings, and we are seeing a good fair bit of success in our placements where we are able to bring in these war exclusions with enough carve-backs to provide some relief for our clients. So that's a work in progress, and this is a space which will emerge as the conflicts emerge. People are all in learning curve, and that's how the wordings will also evolve and develop over a period of time. Yeah.